passed. WRAL's Capitol Bureau Chief Laura Leslie joins us now live with what else is in the proposal and what both sides have to say about it. Laura?
Deb, Republican leaders had scheduled a bill for a hearing this afternoon, but they postponed it after they got pushback from their own caucus. It's basically a Bill of Rights on steroids, and Democrats say it will result in endless lawsuits and legal schools, educators, and libraries. The bill would give parents a way to sue school superintendents in court for violating their fundamental right to parent their child. It does not explain what that fundamental right includes. If 5 parents sue and win in court, the superintendent fired or lose their salary. Representative John Torbett said it would make superintendents accountable.
The intent is for somebody that does nothing about these occurrences over and over and over again is that occurrences do not persist.
Torbett's bill would also ban school counselors from counseling without parental permission, and teachers would be required to tell parents if a child is questioning their identity. It would also require all public libraries to lock up all material that could be considered harmful to children at risk of being sued or held criminally liable. Minors only use the library with parental consent. And it would tightly restrict what teachers in need could and could not tell students about health, reproduction, or sexuality.
We have a big issue now about what are the legal rights of parents over their minor child, and there's a group of people out there, believe it or not, that strip those rights away from the parent.
There is an all-out assault on public education.
House Democratic leader Robert Reeves called the bill reprehensible. He said Republicans should be working on pay raises for teachers, not giving them new reasons to quit. There's already a shortage.
Type of legislation that people ought to be running up here and protesting. You're already doing your best to run teachers out of public education, not run teachers out of all that, run them out of public education.
Now, I asked Republican State Superintendent of Instruction Catherine Truitt for her position on this bill. Her office did not respond to that request. Torbett says he's hopeful the bill can get a hearing next week. Deb?
Laura Leslie, live in Raleigh. Thank you, Laura. One man is recovering in the hospital after a shooting in Raleigh. It happened at an apartment complex on St. Giles Street, right around London. Police put up caution tape and placed 22 evidence markers on the ground in the parking lot. Our crew on the scene says at least a dozen of the markers appeared to be next to shell casings. Police
I'm meteorologist Kat Campbell in the WRAL Severe Weather Center. Your Wednesday high is 94 at RDU, 93 degrees in Fayetteville. And we've had 20 90-plus degree days now in the Triangle. The yearly average is 43, so we're about halfway there if it was a normal year. But we've seen as many as 91 days in the 90s. That happened back in 2010. Needless to say, we are headed into a hot pattern, and that's pretty typical this time of year. But a good day to head to the pool for Thursday, 73 at 8 a.m. by noon, 89. Mid-90s during the afternoon, but the heat index likely to climb much higher than that, back in the triple digits. High pressure centered over the southwest right now, a big ridge of high pressure, but we're going to see it really expand and elongate, and the ridge of high pressure really building in across north.